In today's episode, we are going to be talking about Zilliqa's biggest competitors, and these are Avalanche, aka Avax, and Polkadot, aka DOT. Now, ladies and gentlemen, if you guys have been part of my YouTube channel, right, I obviously made it extremely clear. I gave you enough time to load and pack on these particular cryptocurrencies, and at this particular point, I'm really hoping that most of my subscribers really did make a lot of money, because here on the 28th of August, right, I did talk about Zilliqa, Polkadot, yearn, and I also did recommend and gave you my price prediction as far as Avalanche Avax is concerned, when the price of Avax was like literally below $4 or even close to that. So obviously we understand the type of ecosystem that we're dealing with. We understand how these markets work, and we are also able to like predict which cryptocurrencies are most likely going to be able to perform very, very well. But you always have to remember, I am not your financial advisor. Whatever you do, please do your own due diligence. Whether you make profits or losses, that's all on you. I'm just here to document my journey. But first of all, before we jump into the nitty-gritty details, I just have to break down everything, because a lot of you usually love to get lost in the sauce, because sometimes you've got analysis paralysis. So more of the story is, right now you are supposed to be taking profits and you're supposed to be selling into these pumps. Okay, Polkadot is up by 15% today. It was obviously like around $14. I mean, we got in pretty early. I really hope that you guys were able to like offload your sort of assets so that you can take profits, because by the end of it all, the markets are bound to go up and down. So if you do not take profits at the top, you are most likely going to be very, very disgruntled, and you guys are going to end up, kind of regretting not really selling the top, and just basically missing the top and getting the most value out of your money. Like for example, Zilliqa went close to about 10 cents, and then it dropped all the way down to around 5 cents. So if you sold at that particular top, right, you would have obviously had more buying power to buy back. So what I'm trying to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, is now is probably not the time to be FOMOing into these cryptocurrencies, because they are up by about 40 to 50%. So there's a high likelihood that a few days from now, there might be some slight pullbacks, and potentially you might be able to get better prices. Yes, nobody really loves seeing the prices exploding in front of their eyes, when they're sitting on stacks and stacks of funds. But you have to understand, you have to control your emotions. We had a lot of time. August 2020, that's when you'd have been going crazy buying these cryptocurrencies. September 2020. So now I really hope that you have been reaping the benefits and you have been selling. Okay, so if you guys really want to FOMO now, I mean, it's all good in the next 6 months, but you have to understand, probably in the next few weeks, there's going to be some better prices that you can potentially get at. So right now, use this time to educate yourself on how the cryptocurrencies work, and just keep an eye out for lower prices, because lower prices are bound to happen. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, just like I told you in the beginning, right? Obviously, Avalanche consensus is something that is extraordinary. Today I'm not really going to dive deep into how the Avalanche consensus is different from the Nakamoto consensus and all these other classical protocols, such as PBFD, Byzantine fault tolerance, and all that good stuff. I'm not going to dive deep into that, because I'm really planning on doing like a dedicated video for Avalanche, because this is like another different ball game. However, if you look at my portfolio, right, these are the strongest cryptocurrencies that I'm heavily going to be accumulating, and I'm heavily betting on this, because these are all in one type of cryptocurrencies. These cryptocurrencies have got DeFi. These cryptocurrencies have got smart contract probabilities. these cryptocurrencies have got, the currency aspect on that, if you look at them in that particular aspect, right? Plus they have like a very good ecosystem that really scales and just expands, and it is able to have like this gigantic economic value addition to the world. So this is one of the reasons why, besides Ethereum was very explosive in 2016, right? 2015, that was the best time to invest, and then Ethereum at that particular time was just adding something new to the table, right? And this is one of the reasons why, if we talk about scalability, which is a very big issue, right? Because by the end of it all, nobody really wants to have like an extremely slow payment system, an extremely slow smart contract platform, an extremely high and expensive transaction fee based type of platform. So this is one of the reasons why, if you really look at this from a futuristic perspective, right, it really makes a lot of sense to have a consensus that really allows flawless expansion and just scalability. So this is one of the reasons why I am going to be heavily investing in Zilliqa, Polkadot, Avalanche, plus all these other cryptocurrencies that are able to like provide these scalability solutions. But you have to remember that not all scaling solutions are made equal. So this is one of the reasons why I have obviously pinpointed a few cryptocurrencies that have got far superior scalability facilities, and just their way of conducting business is very unique. So if you take a look at the market cap of Avalanche right now, Avax, right, 750 million US dollars. This is extremely undervalued. I really see this going a 10x, a 20x, even a 100x, which is very undervalued. If you take a look at Polkadot, right, well, Polkadot is around 13 billion. Okay, we still have like a lot of room to grow, because these guys have got like a very good dot ecosystem. They have like an array of products, and man, these guys are going to be very explosive. So anyway, I'm not just going to dive deep into those things, because at this particular moment I just want to refresh your memory, because sometimes people do tend to forget, and you guys have got like a very short attention span. So I just wanted to like remind you that, hey, if you guys are looking for cryptocurrencies that you can shop for, or even just take a look at these cryptocurrencies. But anyhow, let's also take a look at BTC, because everything, especially in the short term, right? You guys already know that I am a short term type of trader when it comes to aggressively trading, but I do have some long term type of investments which I bought when the prices were extremely cheap. Right now, I'm not really buying anything. I'm not really adding anything. I'm just selling everything that I had, that I bought like way back when we had that much, coronavirus debacle, and the prices were going crazy. That's when I usually get to like go crazy buying. So right now I'm actually selling my bugs to you guys, because you guys have got you guys are always late for the game, so that's basically what I'm doing. So obviously, looking at it from a short-term perspective, right, let's take a look at BTC and what has been happening. So if we take a look at BTC, right, in the past 4 hours, because I'm using the 4 hours to like make these predictions. So basically, this video, as far as this Bitcoin prediction and price analysis is concerned, is only going to be valid for the next 8 to 24 hours, and tomorrow I will be back again with another refresher video, just to like refresh and use the other data that we are going to accumulate in the next coming few hours. So obviously, what I'm expecting for the price of Bitcoin to do is obviously come back down to this particular area, which is around 36,577, all the way down to around 34,000, because we have like quite a lot of area of action. Is that even a right word? We have like a very good response level here as far as the previous resistance turned into support is concerned. So best believe when we end up dropping, right, we're obviously going to go down into this particular pocket of exchange as far as the coins are, as far as the trading action is really concerned. So I'm obviously looking for a horizontal line. Okay, here, check this out. According to the VWAP, right, the visible range, right? We have like this pocket area of value where there was like a lot of trading action. So between 36,650, if we consider that particular level here, okay, if we consider that particular high level, then we are obviously going to be looking at all these levels, okay, from this particular area 36,600 all the way down to around 34,551, because we have like a lot of buying action and selling action which was going on around this particular level. So best believe there's going to be a situation if the price of Bitcoin is going to end up dropping. It's most likely going to end up bouncing around these areas and just, having some sort of ranging type of action if the bulls are going to end up, propelling and pushing themselves towards the upside, right? This is most likely where we're most likely going to have like a turning point, and if the bulls are going to defend, then we can proceed to the high levels. But I really think that it is very, very likely that obviously in the next coming few days we're going to have some more turbulence as far as the bulls are concerned, because we have had very good run-ups as far as the daily is concerned. So this could end up being like a double top to some level, but I was expecting us to sort of go above this previous high around 41,874. I was expecting us to break through 42,000 and then proceed towards the downside and just end up correcting all the way to around 25,000, even less, because guys, to be honest, we still have like a long way to go, especially as far as correcting is concerned on the weekly basis. It's not really going to end up going forever. Best believe that's not really going to happen. And if you take a look at what has been happening, right, we are far overbought at this particular juncture, and we just need to end up slightly correcting towards the bottom. And historically speaking, there's always a price point where the price of BTC always ends up coming back down to the 20 simple moving average. The price is going to come back here. If you want, we can bet, and I'm telling you, the price is going to come back down to this red line. So on your trading view chart, right, please add the 20 simple moving average and look at the weekly time frame, because historically this has been like a very good area to sort of add. And as you can see right over here, I'm not really neglecting the fact that we can see potentially the price of Bitcoin going to $19,000 again. A lot of you might be saying, hey, Muna, you must be mad. You're out of your brains. You are a lunatic. You're so pathetic. But guys, trust me, this can happen like in a matter of a week. In 1 week, I'm not saying from here, I'm saying like in a time frame of about 7 days. It can only take less than 7 days for the price to drop to less than 20,000 US dollars, because historically speaking, right, we have seen crazy price dumps where the price dropped by 50%, 35% per day, and it only took like a few days to drop by over 50%. So it is possible, like in a weekly time frame, in a 7-day time period. I'm not really saying 1 week from now we're going to drop to 20,000. I'm saying the time frame of about 7 days is possible for the price of Bitcoin to drop way more than 50%, even less than that. This is cryptocurrencies, guys. We've seen crazy stuff. As you guys can see right now, the price of Bitcoin is dropping, and it is most likely going to be heading over to my target, which is around 36,600 all the way down to around 34,000, 33,000. Somewhere there, and then we're most likely going to end up bouncing. Okay, so that's what's most likely going to happen. With that said, ladies and gentlemen, right, if we're going to see the price of Bitcoin drop to 36,600 to 33,000 dollars, then we're obviously going to experience some price corrections as far as cryptocurrencies or rather altcoins are concerned. Okay, if that happens, then you are most likely going to have another opportunity to scalp along on these altcoins like Avax, Polkadot, and that stuff. Because usually what happens is a lot of these cryptocurrencies, aka altcoins, are sort of directly correlated to BTC. Whenever BTC drops, they also follow suit as well. Whenever BTC sort of pumps, they also follow BTC's direction. So right now, it doesn't really make sense for me at this particular moment today. Today is the 15th of January, right? I mean, like in the next 8 to 24 hours, like I'm just watching out for this particular price correction of BTC. And then if BTC stabilizes, let's say for example BTC goes to around like this particular area of value, right? And then it sort of becomes stable and then ranges and then starts forming highs on the lower time frames, then I might think of scalping and putting in a quick trade on altcoins. Does it really make any sense? So that's how I do things at this particular moment. I just sold my DOT, I sold my Avax, and I also, Zilliqa. Oh, by the way, let's talk about Zilliqa. I'm sorry I'm all over the place because I'm not really scripted and this is just my raw form and just telling you like how I'm trading things. But anyway, just follow the logic and you guys are going to be Gucci. You're going to know what to do. Don't ask me for price targets. I already told you the scenarios that you're supposed to be looking for. Just follow the momentum. So anyhow, looking at Zilliqa, right? Obviously, we did have that particular price pump, and I did, let you know that the bulls are here, right? So obviously, we have to have like a little bit of a correction. So what I am looking forward to is seeing what the price is going to do when we come back to this particular level, because there is a high probability that Zilliqa might end up sort of forming a double bottom. Then depending on Bitcoin's momentum, if Bitcoin is going to be stable, then we can potentially continue going up high to this particular, to test this particular high right over here. So obviously this particular price correction is understandable, very understandable. I mean, we ended up, pumping like 40%. Come on, guys. Come on, 40% is a lot. Okay, so it is natural for the prices to sort of correct a little bit. So this is perfectly natural, so do not really worry. So yeah, I'm obviously going to give you an update when that happens. So right now we are looking at the big dog, which is obviously Bitcoin. So we can't really do much except to wait for either the price of Bitcoin to drastically drop, then become stable, and then we can just go into altcoins. You get what I'm saying? So right now we have identified the potential bearishness of BTC, and we have identified the likely targets of where it might end up stabilizing, because we have like a lot of trading data and a lot of trading confluence right close to this particular area, 36,500 all the way to around 33,500, all the way to around $33,000. Whenever that happens, we are going to be able to readjust and reevaluate, and this is only going to be valid for the next 8 to 24 hours. Probably tomorrow I'm going to be back again with another video, and I'm going to give you an update. That is how you use different trading data, because I can't really project myself into the future. I can't really tell you what's going to happen 2 weeks from now, because markets change. So as soon as I get the data, I'm going to keep you guys posted, because we are La Familia. Anyhow, yeah, so basically today's video was just about, Avalanche and Polkadot, Zilliqa, and BTC. So more of the story is right now BTC is in a short time frame type of correction. Whenever it's done doing its thing, then we can reevaluate. And please do not FOMO. You can always get better prices as far as Polkadot, Avalanche, Zilliqa is concerned. It's been your boy Muna, aka Beyond 10x. I really hope that the people who were able to like watch this video a few months ago, I really hope that you guys have been blessed. I really hope that you really took advantage and you are smiling all the way to the bank. And subscribe to my YouTube channel in case you've got any other coins that you would love me to like have a deep forensic look at. Please let me know. In case you don't like anything about the way that I do my presentations, please let me know, because I am constantly trying to learn and be a better person. So yeah, have a great day. be good, take care, stay safe. COVID-19 is very real. Make sure you practice social distancing and all the health guidelines that have been stipulated in your particular area. Okay, later.